this is a time for bold measures. This is a country, and you are the generation. You have probably heard thousands of similar claims, and I bet you believe the message. And it's true, the young are the backbone of every country, so we must be responsible for the development of society. We are assigned numerous tasks named as social responsibilities, but not every individual knows how to fulfill these tasks. For our team, one possible solution is to take care of your full self first before you care for the world. Why is it? Let's think of you and your relations with the world as chemistry connections. The dots are us, the straight lines represent our connections. If you are a weak molecule, or literally speaking, not a mature individual, you are subject to failures. Imagine what the whole world would be like if all individuals are vulnerable molecules. Once we fall, the straight lines or our connections are all gone and broken. And that society with weak citizens, fragile social connections are very hard to grow because very few social responsibilities are achieved. And that is the reason why we choose this topic. We think students should display perfect harmony between self-responsibility and social responsibilities.
So, what is self-responsibility? It means you're responsible for your own self-development. Responsibility is associated with a feeling of control over your own lives. You're on the road to find yourself. You know what you should do, and you know what your life purposes are. The question here is, what can Vietnamese young people do to fulfill their self-responsibility? First and foremost, you need to develop your self-awareness. It's your ability to notice your feelings, your physical sensations, your habits, your behaviors. You also need to get into the habit of reading. Reading even a few pages daily would amount to a surprising wealth of knowledge that would pave the way for positive change in your personality. Besides, extracurricular activities are also conducive to the process of understanding your inner self. They will reinforce your characters, your values, have you explore new avenues of thinking, and later create a personal or social awareness. Once you have acknowledged your self-responsibility, so now let's move on to the next phase, which is called self-development. The ability to embrace failures and learn from them is vital for improving yourself.
In making mistakes and failing, we thrive and prosper. Only by stepping out of our comfort zone can we break down the barriers and emerge as a better version of ourselves.
With perseverance, determination, flexibility, and adaptability, each of us is the key factor that constitutes a sustainable society. If you just stop for a minute to listen to our world, do you notice that it is crying for help with its numerous issues?
From the widespread environmental pollution to the projected COVID-19 pandemic.
From the detrimental climate change and poverty to the glaring gender inequality, you name it.
Therefore, as students living alongside these crippling social issues, we should ask ourselves only one question.
What have we done, and how have we reacted? In response to Mother Earth's rage, students have made the utmost attempts to make the globe great again. Against the dreadful statistics of social depression, the young activists have been launching a lot of campaigns to promote self-awareness and self-acceptance among youth.
One of those that showed positive results is the campaign Love Myself with BTS and UNICEF, which accumulated a global fund of 2.4 billion South Korean wons to support victims of school violence, domestic violence, and sexual assaults around the world. Moreover, students are also contributing greatly to society by taking part in voluntary projects, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. UNICEF's volunteering in the time of COVID-19 has timely come into action, enabling the young to take initiative to help their communities.
Unfortunately,
not all students possess such enthusiasm to fight for our planet. What you've just witnessed is a couch potato in their own habitat. Young people like this just couldn't shake their apathy to really care about our Mother Earth. But wait, there are even more students who are even more apathetic. Not only do these young people refuse to wear a mask in this pandemic time, but they also deride their socially responsible peers who sacrifice the time and effort to partake in COVID-19 campaigns. I think that just with these two footages, we can completely understand the total lack of social responsibilities in a portion of the youth nowadays.
So, the bottom line is, what is it that we should do in the face of growing social issues?
There's one simple yet resounding answer.
Be more socially responsible.
A man with acute pain in the leg can never think of anything else but his leg. Nam Gao wrote this in the story, and I couldn't agree more.
As a confused and vulnerable person with too many uncertainties in your life, it would be very demanding to ask you to care for society.
Therefore, we believe that our initial job is to work on ourselves.
We need to be responsible for our own development first, and then we can help others.
It is a mutual relationship. Help yourself so you can better the world, and help the world so you can better yourself.